Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics breaking LeBron James. I know a lot of LeBron fans won't admit it. They will never admit it, but let's be honest. The reason why LeBron James left the Cavaliers, went to Miami, was because he was unable to get past the Boston Celtics. He was unable to get past the Celtics. They would beat him year after year. The Celtics was in LeBron's way, basically his roadblock. And deep in his soul, he knew if I stay in Cleveland, I'm not going to get past this team. And eventually in 2010, after losing to the Celtics for the last final time, LeBron James said, you know what? I had enough of this crap. I'm going to go team up with a finals MVP, champion Dwayne Wade, and recruit Chris Bosh to form my own super team. And that's what he did. And the NBA have never been the same ever since. Yeah, a lot of people won't admit it. Most of LeBron fans, they won't admit it. Or maybe they never saw LeBron in that time period, whichever the case may be, but the Boston Celtics did break LeBron James. I don't care what anyone said. They broke him. I mean, yeah, did they have a stacked team? Yes, they did. But the kicker is they were a bit older. This wasn't like a young stacked team. KG was at the tail end of his prime. Paul Pierce is at the tail end of his prime. Ray Allen is at the tail end of his prime. So they all were at the back end of their prime, basically, when they got together. If they got together maybe 4 years earlier, that's another story. They would have won more championships, honestly. If the Boston Celtics Big Three got together 3 to 4 years earlier, they would have won more championships, and this is a fact. But because they got together so late, KG was breaking down. Paul Pierce wasn't the same player. Ray Allen, he got older. So eventually, after winning the chip in 2008, they would go back to the finals one more time and lose to Kobe Bryant's Lakers. But let's be honest, man. That is the main reason LeBron James left the Cavaliers and went to Miami to create his own super team. Because he's like, if you can't beat him, join him. The Miami super team compared to the Boston super team is night and day. Miami, all these dudes are young, in their prime, the twilight of their prime. In Boston, everybody is older. Most of the Big Three, they're older. Dudes is basically exiting their prime. They were almost out of their prime, basically. I'm talking at the last tail end. KG's up there in his 30s. Paul Pierce is up there in his 30s. Ray Allen is up there in his 30s. So these weren't like young guys, but no one will ever admit this. Plus, LeBron was in year 9, and obviously, he's trying to be in the GOAT conversation, right? He's trying to be one of the greatest ever. I can't go to year 11, 12, and not win any championships. In a sense, he had to go to Miami. If LeBron stayed in Cleveland, more than likely, he wouldn't have won anything, especially with the Celtics in his way, basically. Eventually, LeBron overcome the Celtics, but let's be honest, they were old by then. A lot of people won't admit this, but the Celtics were old. When LeBron finally started beating the Celtics, they were older. They were old. What's crazy about it, they still put up a good fight. Even though they were old, they still put up a good fight. Paul Pierce was older. He was old. Kevin Garnett was older. He was old. Ray Allen was older. He was old. Not making excuses, but this is factual. Boston got old. LeBron created his super team with a bunch of young dudes in their prime. So it wasn't hard to get past the Boston Celtics. In a nutshell, age is what derailed the Celtics. Not that Miami created a super team and the Celtics couldn't beat them. No. KG started breaking down. He was injured. And without KG, the Celtics are not winning anything because he's the anchor on the defense, block shots, rebounds. Yeah, he could still give you 20 a night, but that's the defensive presence in the paint. And KG started breaking down because he was older. So eventually, yeah, LeBron beat him. They got past. And that's how that went. I mean, let's be real. It messes with your psyche. If a team keeps beating you over and over and over, eventually you start doubting yourself. Not everybody, but if you're weak-minded but in some cases, you start doubting yourself. This team keep beating me over and over. And I can't seem to get past this team to make it back to the finals. LeBron eventually started doubting himself. I can't beat this team. So in a sense, they did break him. Like I said again, people like Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, they'll say stuff like, LeBron broke the Celtics up. How did LeBron break the Celtics up? They broke up because they got older. They were old as hell. What the heck? By the time LeBron got to Miami, the Celtics were old. KG was injured. They were old. So LeBron didn't break them up. They just got old. Father time. Age. Father time is what broke them up. Age, not LeBron. Why didn't LeBron break him up when he was in Cleveland? Exactly. So it's not that LeBron broke him up when he went to Miami. It's just they got older. If I had to choose a prime Celtics with KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen versus LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, I would pick a prime Celtic. Because truth be told, I feel like they were a better team than the Heat, which they were. They just got older. They got older, and you can't defeat Father Time, basically. So eventually LeBron got past, and you know the rest. I just wanted to touch on this real quick. Go back down memory lane, But as always, man, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.